Wow, just jumped on here and we've already got 3 people watching. It never ceases to amaze me, guys. Less than 5 seconds on, we got 3 watching and 2 likes already. So that's amazing, guys. Well, how is everybody doing? It's been a good while since we've done one of these live Q&As. I do apologize for that. The way life has been the last several months, it's just been hectic as can be. But we're glad to be back on here, and we're going to try to start making these Q&As, live Q&As, a lot more frequent than they have been, more like they used to be. So one issue, go ahead and we'll talk about some things. If you're new to this channel, and we've had a lot of subscribers, we've had like probably 600-800 subscribers new since the last time we done a live Q&A. So I'll let you know, welcome here. Appreciate you guys subscribing to our channel. My name is Nick Gilliland. I'm the owner of Nightlife Kennel. And one of the reasons why we haven't done these Q&As much in the recent past is we literally had to wait for about 4 months to get high-speed internet here at the new house. So I was kind of working off of Wi-Fi hotspot off my phone, which was kind of spotty. I know we tried to do one of these live videos, it kept going in and out. So I do apologize for that, but we've got the high-speed Wi-Fi now. I think it's doing good. If you guys will, go ahead and comment below. Is the feed coming through good? Is the audio good? How does everything look? So I would appreciate the feedback. Let's see. We'll go ahead and get through some of these comments. Jacob Smith, what's going on? Can Shine, what's up? Bryce, there's old Pro Staff Bryce, what's going on? Rodney, how you doing? CJ, what's going on? Christopher Walker, how you doing, buddy? Storm, what's going on? Matt Johnson, there he is. Jacob West, what's going on, man? Mike Tuttles, just let the fun begin. Jimmy Lang, appreciate it, man. Great feed, he says. You look, sound good, Woodrow Smith says. Thanks, bud. G.A. Creeks, that's a cool name. Timber Hill, looks good. Thank you. Christopher Walker says good. Country Cousins, what's going on, man? Jacob Smith, everything's fine. Rodney says good here. CJ, everything looks and sounds great. Jessica Knight, hi, how's everyone? It looks and sounds good. Well, hey, Jessica, good to see you on here. Oh, Butterbean 05 says looks good. Also, what's Christian? Christopher Flick, loving the content, bud. I appreciate it, man. I do appreciate it. All you guys who leave comments, I want to let you know too, I want to apologize off the bat here. Ever since we've talked about 4,500 subscribers, we're almost at 5,500. The comments come in so much and so often. I used to be able to comment back on every comment on our videos. I have a hard time getting around to responding to everybody because we get so much feedback from people through the Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube as well. But I want to let you guys know, if you comment on a video, I do personally see it. And a lot of times I at least give it that like, or I try to at least give it a like on YouTube and let you know that I saw it, and let you know, acknowledge that I seen your comment, and let you know that I do appreciate it. So what's new in Nightlife? Well, one, it's the end of the North Carolina season. So everybody sees the new YouTube thumbnail we put out there, the new little preview that says it's all over. We're talking about the North Carolina coon season. We're not talking about nothing bad or anything like that. And I apologize, the camera's shaking. My whole table here is just a little wobbly, so every time I move, it shakes the camera. But anyway, North Carolina season's over with. I have to say, this is probably the worst coon season I've ever had, and I feel like every single year we keep saying that. It keeps getting worse and worse and worse. We just have hardly any land. We go hunt game land, South Carolina, which I live in North Carolina, western North Carolina mountains. We travel to South Carolina, hunt the game land down there as often as we can, but it's an hour-and-a-half drive. And that's just, the license is getting more expensive every year. The fuel's getting more expensive every year. It's just getting harder and harder to get down there, honestly. As far as private land around here, I've got like 2 little spots. And when I say little, I'm talking like 50 acres or less. And one of them is a 50-acre field with a river that runs around it. And you're basically hunting a hedgerow around the river. That's where we put the video where Nick's trees her solo coon at. So, places to drop around here just minimal. We had some public land, but of course season ends, now we're not allowed to run on that, and they don't have many coon anyway. So things are just getting harder and harder to do. But the videos about Nick's loading, she's getting a lot better with that, but she's still not where I want her to be. I'll try to put some more update videos on that stuff here in the near future. With her running, she's running coons really good. Um, I don't know whether you guys know, it's like beginning of the season, right before the beginning of the season, she actually run treated her first solo coon and was doing awesome. Well, she had a heat probably 4 or 5 weeks ago now, and when she come out of her heat, it's like I don't know, she went way backwards. It's something we're having to deal with, and I've seen this out of females before, and I'm hoping out of her next heat we won't have to deal with this issue. Maybe it's just her heat with her age, but anyway, it's like she's going backwards, so we're having to retrain her on a lot of stuff and. Testing my patience, testing my will, testing her. But we're both working hard, and we're going to get through it. So, she runs good. It's working on her staying at the tree. That's the biggest issue right now. We got some new ideas, video ideas coming out. Let's see here. We got one video that I'm currently working on. We're going to put it out here in the very near future. I've shot part of this. We're going to fish it up, and basically, it may even be a multi-part series on how to get new land permissions. And I have talked to several people. I know several guys who seem to always get good land for like deer hunting and things. And deer hunting land is, of course, easier to get than coon hunting or anything running dogs. But we've kind of took their approach of how they go about getting land, and we're going to be testing that here soon. I've shot some of this prequel to actually talking to the landowner, some tips that kind of help prepare you and get things in order to make you look better or sound better when you go talk to the landowner. So we're actually going to start talking to some of those. I won't be able to film the actual landowner, but once I see this formula sort of works and I have proof of it, then I'll go ahead and we'll start shooting some of the other stuff though. But anyway, it's going to be a pretty cool video about how to get new land, or at least how to go about asking for new land permission. So that's going to be really good. We got a couple new coonhound controversy ideas. It's funny because actually my buddy, my pro staff Bryce, he put up a rant or something on Facebook the other day about pup prices, and it blew up on his Facebook. And so Bryce hollered at me, and he's like, "You need to make that a coonhound controversy video." So that'd be probably coming this week or weekend, I would say, maybe first of next week. But hope you guys like them coonhound controversy videos. I think sometimes, I don't know if we make anybody mad when we do those, but we're not trying to make anybody mad. But, I think when you got two sides, one's here, one's here, we can at least, might not always be middle, but we can at least talk about it and kind of figure out maybe some similarities or things we can get along with. So that's the reason why we talk about those. Let's see here. I'm going to catch up on some questions and comments here. Brent Reeves, what's going on, buddy? Christian Mitchell says, "What's good? What's some good bloodlines to look for? Look for puppies from. Depends on exactly what breed you're talking about. I don't know a lot about some of the other breeds. When it comes to walkers, I really like clover bred. That's kind of what I've always leaned towards. So look at some clover bred stock would be really good. James McKinley, what's going on? Justin Jones, what's going on? Christopher Walker says, have a question. I've got he says German, I assume it means Garmin 320. Do I have to have bird's eye card in it to set up mark on the truck? No, you don't have to have bird's eye to set up the marker on the truck. I'm pretty sure when you turn those on, it's been a while since I've had one, you just say mark truck location and you walk. And that's actually something I've talked about maybe doing a video on in the near future. I have a lot of people talk to me about the dog truck, because we're actually starting to sell those. Now, I'm using one as a backup. And I've got people asking me about the sport dog, and they want to know, how do you mark your truck? While we're on the subject of marking your truck, I want to let people know you don't have to mark your truck on any of them. You don't really need to. I think people get stuck on that idea. Here's the thing, guys. If you get out of your truck, and no matter what system brand you have, you turn it on right there, and then you go hunt. When you get down at the tree and you need to turn around, your tracking system has left a breadcrumb all the way to where you are on the screen. And if you'll just basically turn around and head back the way you came, say the trail takes you right here, you came in like this, and then you start to veer off, all you got to do is make a right and come back to your trail and walk it right back to your truck. On the screen, you can actually see where you had walked before. So you don't actually need something on the screen at the beginning point telling you this is a truck. You just kind of know by, common sense, your trail started at the truck. So work it in reverse order back to the truck. So maybe that'll help you guys out. I get a lot of people ask me that. So while we're on the subject, we're going to talk about that. Woodrow Smith, thanks for responding so quickly and asking for advice. Yeah, buddy, I apologize. I didn't have better information than that, but I always try. Christopher Walker says, wow, y'all have a season there in Louisiana. We hunt year round. Louisiana hunt real. That's pretty nice. I think, was it Brent you were talking about in Arkansas? Y'all can kill year round on private land? Couple. I tell you guys, if we get kicked off of here like that, just hang tight. I generally can jump right back on. So, Rabbit 1955 says, I gave up watching Roy Rogers to join you guys. It better be good. Well, I don't know if we can compete with Roy Rogers, but I do appreciate it, guys. We got 53 watching right now. If you will, reach up somewhere. There's a thumbs up button. I don't know exactly how you do that. Like this video. I would appreciate it. Let's see. Christian Mitchell says, anybody have some quality breeders or bloodlines to look for when buying your first puppy? Christian, what breed do you want? Dustin Bradley going to turn the dogs loose. Y'all have fun. Y'all be careful, Dustin. Good luck to you. And Dustin there, he's part of that Skyooka Mountain Kennels. Skyooka, I don't know how to say it. But anyway, Dustin's got a YouTube channel called Skyooka Mountain Kennels. So if you guys will go there, subscribe to them. They're pretty local to me. They're in the next county over. So they run some red bones and stuff. Sean Daltrey, what's going on, man? My Godfrey, there he is. What's going on, man? How's you and the boy doing? Chris Carter got a question for you. Yeah, man, go ahead, Chris, post your questions. Anybody's got any types of questions, that's what these Q&As are basically for. You can ask me questions about myself, my kennel. You can ask about general coon hunting questions, gear questions, training questions, whatever. You guys go ahead and start posting up your questions. I'll read through them and I'll answer them the best that I can. So, Stevie May, what's going on, bud? Good to see you again. Justin Jones says, having the property to hunt on, it's getting harder to find. I agree. And flying raccoons to hunt where there is trappers on the line also. Yep. Jessica Knight says, how can you delete the pink lines where the Garmin goes? We can't find it. Jessica, which system do you have? And I'll be honest with you, it may take one of the viewers here because it's been so long since I've really run a Garmin system. I can't remember how to do that, but I think it's got something to do with declutter your map. I think there's a setting for that. Riley Finley, I live in Ohio and I want to buy a walker, but I don't know what to buy 5K for a 2-year-old. I don't want to buy 5K for a 2-year-old Grand Night. Yeah, that's pretty good price to pay. Dog may be worth it though. If I was you, Finley, being in Ohio, I would check out Cody Stallard. Stallard, I think it is. He has he'll be deluxe male, which is Hyde's dad, and he's also got several other males off that same bloodline. He may have pups or something coming up. I don't know. I don't know what his prices are. I just know I really like those bloodlines. So check him out on Facebook if you have it. I know he lives in Ohio. Brent says just started this year. I think he's talking about the season never ending on private. Stevie May says, can you talk about what happened to me the other night? Yeah, man. We'll go ahead and keep posting questions. I'll get to them. Stevie was messaging me the other day on Facebook. Me and him talk from time to time. Good. He's been here since the beginning, so good for him. And Steve was talking about how they had some dogs get it on somebody else's property. If I remember this correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, Stevie, because I've slept since then. But anyway, he was talking about how they had some dogs get on some other property. And I guess the landowner come out and threatened to shoot them and shoot the dogs. And it was a big mess. And, that seems to be a more and more common occurrence these days, people shooting dogs and stuff. And I've listened to some of these, I've talked to a few people who, I guess YouTube, or not YouTube, just coon hunting personalities, media personalities these days. And they kind of want to shy away from this topic a little bit. And I'm not scared to shy away from any of this stuff. This is going to be a real big problem. Landowners, we did a coon hunting controversy thing about between, deer hunters and coon hunters, and there seems to be more common in deer hunting type that want to shoot hounds if they see them on their property. And homeowners like it too. I've dealt with it with a friend's dog of mine before. I've actually been on a property before. I was actually on the edge of a property, on property I was allowed to be on, like 20 yards inside the line, and there was a field, and we had a guy shoot a shotgun, and you could feel the pellets rain down, hear them bouncing off our jackets and stuff, and that turned into a real mess. I mean, there was, you know, it was a mess. Cops called, everything. Um, it's really hard to keep your cool in a situation like that, and I'm preaching the choir here. The cops was called because of me more than anything. The way I reacted to that. I don't take kindly being shot at, but anyway, you got to try to keep your cool if you can. Call the law, get them out there. I mean, nobody has the right to pull a gun on you, and most states nobody's got the right to shoot a dog, even if they're on their own land, unless a lot of times if it's dealing with livestock. Now, I had a buddy that got a dog get shot one time because it was in a pasture with horses. Couldn't prove it was harassing the horses. The guy said it was, so the game wardens didn't make no big deal about it. But anyway, know your laws. That's a big thing. If somebody takes a collar off a dog, most states it's at least a misdemeanor. In my state, it's a felony to take a dragging collar off of a dog. If they destroy the collar, that's destruction of property. They're supposed to at least give the collar back, so you can get them on charges for that. And know what your trespassing laws are in the states too. Like in Texas, I hear they can shoot you for being on the land. I don't know, but main thing is keep your cool. Don't lose your temper. If you can help it, that's really hard to do. I'm the worst at that. And know your laws, and call the cops if you get a landowner who's going to pull a gun on you or pull a gun on your dog. Coon hunting ain't worth dying for. It ain't worth killing a man over. But man wants to be angry about my dog and show his butt. It might be worth putting him in his place too. So I don't know. You guys got to see where you stand on that, what things are worth to you. But definitely know your laws, keep your cool, and try not to go too far with your reactions on something like that. CJ says, just wanted to say thanks for getting back to me about the lights the other day. You helped a lot, buddy. I appreciate it, man. Mike Humphrey said, still depressed timber. What's that mean, buddy? Mark Polly said, hello from West Virginia. What's going on, man? Christopher Walken, look me up on Facebook and I'll help you with your 320. Woodrow Smith says. Timber says, I feel bad for you, Mike. Thanks, Timber. You're depressed? Still depressed, Timber. I missed something there. Mike, you doing okay, buddy? I see it says you're depressed. What's going on, bud? You don't tell you, text me, man. We'll talk about it. Justin Jones, we can hunt year round. Also here on Raccoon. Justin, where you at, buddy? What state? Chris Carter says, I have raccoons all over trail camera, but my land is mostly pines and little oak. Not sure where to turn my dog out because I don't know where they're coming from. Any tips just starting out? I'm 19. Yeah, Chris, I would say it depends on the type of year it is or what time of the year it is. If it's early fall and there's a good acorn crop, anywhere there's a patch of hardwoods with the oaks, cut in on that because that's where your coons are going to be. I mean, you'll tree coons and oak trees if there's acorns all the time. They're going to be up in there feeding on them and eating on them. The pine trees are a pain in the butt. We hunt places that got pines. Of course, pines are evergreen, so it's really hard to find coons in. What I would suggest, if your land is big enough and you got some hardwood timber sections without pines on them, outside of the acorn season, put some, some feeders in there and keep those coons in the timber where you can find them, especially, after the leaves are off. Keep them in the hardwood timber with some feeders, so that way hopefully you get them treed in there on some trees that you actually be able to see. Jessica Knight says the Garmin Alpha 100. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's something in there, Jessica, about declutter the map that will take a lot of that stuff off. Mike says he sent the DNA samples and paperwork in today. Makes Spook super steak desired. At Spook Dog, Mike's really good sounding dog. I hunted with him up there in LBL, and Spook struggled with the terrain, I believe it was, but he's definitely sounds real good. And you can tell he's got tree dog in him. Okay, Woodrow Smith says stop navigation in order to take the pink line off. So Jessica, hope that helps you. Gabe McMillan says, hey, Nick, just tuned in. What's going on, man? Good to see you. How did your coon season and bear season fare, buddy? Yep. Bryce says Cody Stollard also has stylish Thor that he is breeding. Yep. And that goes back to the same bloodlines that Hyde comes off of. So I'm a real big believer in that bloodline. So Anna Roberts says, hi, I made it to top 10 Coonhound bloodline. That's cool. Good for you. Congratulations. Water and Woods, what's going on, man? Good to see you on here. I'm seeing a lot of new faces. I will let you know, guys. We've had a ton of new subscribers in the last 6 months, since, especially since the last time we were really active on these live Q and A's. I want to welcome every single one of y'all to the Nightlife family. And tell you, I really appreciate y'all being on here and commenting. It means the world to me. I really love seeing you guys on here. Like right now, I think it's 60 people watching. It still to this day blows me away. I really appreciate it. And it says, yeah, I was with him. He is your dad. Michael Chase Vaughn says, hey, Nick, have you ever used any Dakota lights? I have only looked at them at the shows. I have not went in the woods with them. My buddy Curtis Shelton, he swears by Dakota lights. I think he's had 2 or 3 of their latest models when they come out. So I never hear any bad about them. I've never took one in the woods, I'll be honest with you, but I've never heard any bad. So that says a lot. I've heard bad about several of the others. So Dane Blackburn says, I'm at the hospital. I have my 3rd kid watching your show. Well, congratulations, buddy. I hope everything goes well. Hope they come out nice and healthy, and I hope your wife is too. So appreciate you tuning in during something like that going on. So must not be too active at the moment, but appreciate it, man. Matthew Perkins, could you talk on tone breaking your dogs? Yeah, we can talk about that a little bit. I'll go ahead and give you my biggest tip when it comes to this. And my buddy Kim Bishop, he was like my mentor. He's the one who taught me this. The best way to tone break your dog is start when they are very young. And I'm talking 4 months old, 2 months old, 3, 4, 5 months old, very, very young. Whenever you're first trying to teach your dog the obedience factors, coming to you and settling down and being quiet and all that, is the best time to tone break your dog. Here's the reason why. You put the collar on the dog. You just let your pup go out in the yard messing around. It's sniffing, it's chewing on sticks, whatever it's doing, right? Let it out in the yard and you start calling its name. Might come to you, may not. You start whistling, come here, patting your leg, whatever. You reach up there and you hit that tone button on your tracking system. Now, guys, you don't have, that's another thing. We'll get off on a sidetrack here. You don't have to go out here and buy a dedicated training system if you don't want to, or if you don't have the money. If you have the Garmin Alpha, if you have the Sport Dog Tech 2, if you have the Dog Tree Pathfinder, those all have a tone feature on them, and you can use that. You don't have to go get a tracking or training system. But anyway, you hit that tone button, and what that does is that puppy's so young, he's never heard anything like it ever before, and it kind of scares them. Well, puppy's natural instinct when they're scared is run to safety. And what's safety? You are. Because you have raised that pup since they weaned off their mother, or even if you raised them when they were born with you, they've seen you since they first opened their eyes, whatever it is. Anyway, they know you're the owner, they know you feed them, they know your safety, and when they're scared and startled, they come to you. So when you tone them, I wouldn't even say come here, just tone them and watch their reaction. They'll get startled and they'll come to you. The next time you do it, say, come here, come here. Well, in time, you keep doing this. You want to do this 3 or 4 times a week when you're out letting them exercise and play. If the puppy gets where they're kind of 50 yards away from you, or maybe just barely out of sight, continue to do the tone. You want the distance to get greater and greater and greater. And then even to the point whenever you're going out hunting with a dog and say they're a couple hundred yards away, you should be able to tone them and then come back to you. And that's how I train Nix. Nix's tone broke. That's the way Hyde was 14 months old when I got him, but he was not tone broke. I did the same thing with him basically, and it works. Seems to really, really work. So that's my tips for that, guys. Riley Finley says, can I buy a dog in Ohio? And if moved to another state, can I take my dog with me? Yeah, I mean, that's, as far as I know, freedom of America. You got a dog, you can take it anywhere you want. David Malloy says, nobody wants anybody to hunt on them around here anymore in North Missouri. Too many people rent their land to deer hunters. Makes him mad. I don't know if you have any Amish around you, David, but my buddy here, Mike, he hunts around the Amish a little bit. quite a bit, and they let him hunt on his land, so on their land. So check the Amish maybe. Stevie says, talking about the shooting a dog or taking the collar off a dog in Kentucky is a felony charge. A lot of states are like that, guys. I know North Carolina's like that. So find out what your dog hunting laws are pertaining to landowners messing with your dog and your dog's collar. That's part of it. When you enter that situation, being prepared, having the ammunition of the information will get you farther than anything else. Mike Tuttle says, you ever had any problems with your dog charger? No, I have not. And while we're on that subject, let me get something for you guys. While we're on the subject of dogtra, I'm going to show you guys something. All right, these are going to be going up on the website here pretty soon for all the dogtra users out there. We are now stocking dogtra replacement antennas, and these are supposed to be long range. I have not put these on my dogtra to test them and see if it helps with the range at all, but these are dogtra replacement antennas, supposedly long range. Don't quote me on that. These are going to be on the website. I've also, if you do have an issue with a charger or you lose a charger or you need additional chargers, I have dogtra household chargers right here. This is really cool. I actually been using this myself. We now have in stock dogtra car chargers. Now these are just one port. These will fit in all of your car. What do you call that? I don't know. Like cigarette lighter, but it's the power ports in cars. This will fit those. Let's see here. Okay, yep. And also, guys, we have the splitters that go on the end of the chargers, and we have a bunch of contact points for your dogtra collar. So no matter if you need the car charger, if you need the house charger, if you need the little splitter that goes on either charger, or you need some new contact points for your dogtra, we got you covered. Plus, we have replaceable antennas for your dogtra collar. So those will be on the website here in a couple of days, guys. If you guys run the dogtra system and you need any of that stuff, we're going to keep those in stock for you guys. So that way we can get them out to you if you need it really quick. So Alan Bridges says, just want to drop in and say hi. I may be behind on when you comment, buddy, but appreciate that and good to see you. David asked Mike a question. Let's see. Benji, what's going on, man? It's Pop Benji. It's good to hear from you, bud. Mike says, my pup that I was planning to breed Spook to is trying to prolapse and the vet wants to spare. Oh, that ain't good. Christopher Flake says, we can run dogs year round here, but no shooting out of season. Yeah, now North Carolina, we can train on private land year round. We just can't shoot anything out. Now, public land, I think it's like August to the end of the season, which is February 28th or 29th was this year. That's the only time we'll be on public land. Stevie says, I've hunted this piece of property for 10 years, and my buddy has hunted it for the last 30 until the last 2 years. And now you probably got some neighbor come in or something that's causing a mess. It never fails. The same way here. I mean, there's places that we used to just pull up on the side of the road, cut dogs, because we knew old man such and such owned the land. Well, now his grandkids own it, and they're sticking houses on it, and they don't want you on it. Or where we used to hunt, now there's a bunch of gated communities. That's a big thing here. Every mountaintop where I live has a gated community on it. I mean, these are multi-million-dollar homes. They don't even know what dog hunting is, much less tolerate it. And, you know, it's too much of a pain. Butterbean says, we can hunt year-round on private land in Bama, Alabama. Benji Strand said, I hadn't talked to you in a while. Yeah, it is good to hear from you. My comfort says, yeah, she is going to be an amazing dog. I hope they don't have to spare her, but might be. Woodrow Smith says, Jackson Knight, look me up on Facebook and I will help you. Yeah, Jessica, I apologize. Like I said, it's been so many years since I've run or dealt with the Garmin as much. I don't, you know, some of those things. I remember I used to know how to do it, but like everything else, if you don't stay in practice on it. Chris Curtis, thank you very much. Love the channel. It's helped me a lot starting and gaining a lot of knowledge. Thank you. Well, buddy, I appreciate you. Appreciate you being on here and subscribing to us more than you guys will ever know. Justin says he lives in Montana. Mark Polly says, what do you think about bone collector blood? I hear a lot of good things. I have personally only been around two or three young dogs that are off bone collector, and in my area where I live, very thin coon, they didn't do that well. It may do better in other places. Around here, like Mojo dogs, they ain't worth nothing around here. There's several breeds that normally across the country do really good, and they're worth something around here that just don't do good because they have to go deep and they have to look really hard to find the coon. So my experience is different than a lot of other people's, but I know they do good in a lot of other places. Alan says, "What's up?" and says he's still looking for a blue tick. Kyle Zimmerman says, "What do you think about these people asking $1,000 to $2,500 for puppies? What's your opinion?" Uh, Personally, I think someone who's asking $2,500 for a pup has lost their mind. Here's the thing. Sure, they may have spent, well, depends on what age pup you're talking about. I have heard of people selling pups 8, 10 weeks old at $1,000, $1,500. I think personally they've lost their mind when it comes to that. You have no clue whether that dog's going to turn out to be anything at all. Now, if they're selling a 14-month-old dog who's technically still a pup that has started, you can kind of see what they're going to tree like. You kind of know what they're running like, and they want $2,500 for that dog. If you got the money, you kind of know what you're getting. You kind of know what the dog has potential to be. Roll the dice and do it. At least at that point in that stage, you know a little bit better what you're paying for. At a dog that's 8 to 10 weeks old, you're paying $1,000, $1,500 for that dog. I mean, that dog could get a disease at 6 months age and die. I mean, you just don't know. I'm more in the $500 to $700 range for a weaned pup. I can eat a $500 to $700 dog at a year old if I need to. I've done that many times. So I think as far as $1,000 $2,500 for a puppy, I will say less than a year old is crazy. And also where I live, like I said, you can go up north to Ohio or Indiana, Illinois, and dogs will be doing great up there at a year old, treeing left and right. They might be worth $1,500 up there. You bring them down here, and they're not even going to hardly find the coon. They're really going to look, and they're going to seem stupid. And that dog ain't worth but a couple $100 here. So it's really all what you're willing to pay for. But now, if you're looking at a dog that's very well started, when time you take in the fact that somebody, either raised that pup or bought that pup, they paid for shots, they've up, their boosters, they paid for the papers to be sent off, they have trucked miles and miles and miles, on their vehicle, tons of gas in their vehicle. They wore out a set of boots trying to get this dog started. They bought countless bags of dog food, this, that, and the other. I mean, all kinds of stuff that goes into raising a pup. And it's a well-started dog, and you know what you're getting, and they're wanting $1,500 for it at a year and a half old. I guess year and a half old maybe. That might be really worth it because I'll be honest with you, that person's probably got a lot more money in that dog than what they're asking anyway. So you can never sell a dog for what you have in it. I mean, that's just impossible to do unless it's the world champ dog, I guess. Because the investment that it takes to get a dog in the woods and get them started, and the time and investment, what that is worth is way more than what the dog is ever going to be worth. So if somebody has decided they put in all this time and effort in a dog, it's a really good dog, it's a good honest dog to sell to someone. Maybe it's just not what they want, and they want $1,500 for it, but you can go tree some coons with it and just work out the kinks and finish this dog over the next couple of years. I think it's worth that. So it just really depends on where your pockets are, how deep they are, and what you're willing to pay for. So Kyle says, I got a Dakota Light, wouldn't trade it for nothing. Riley says, can you make a walker a house dog and will it still hunt? Yes, you can. You can make any coon hound a house dog, and a lot of times they will still hunt. I know two really good dogs right now that are house dogs. Some of the best dogs you've ever been in the woods with. So, yes, coon hounds can become house dogs and still be good coon dogs. Let's see here. Yep, Mike says, Riley, my hounds are both house dogs. Boots are dual ground. Woodrow says, Nick, I'm going to jump off for a little bit, get back out the signal. I'll jump back on. Well, good to see you, bud. Talk to you later. James McKinley says, had a good hunt Friday night. Tree two. Ran one in the ground with my blue tick. Went about 8 to 10 foot in the hole. Had to dig him out while he was digging the coon. Ran out. Oh man, that's crazy. I've had a few go in holes. I hate that. I mean, that's just holes and climbing trees. I can't stand it for the health of the dog. Ryan Graham says, good to meet you at Walker Days. Good to meet you too, buddy. Hollerbread says, hey everyone. What's going on, Hollerbread? Good to see you guys on here. Carl Winsky says, do you run dogs year round? I have two pups that are doing well for their age, but season just ended and I don't want them to sit in the kennel. They're 9 months. Yes, Carl, I do. My female Nix right now, she's behind. She needs hunting really bad. She needs meat knocked out there. Season's over with. I still will be running her. I will not be shooting meat out because I do believe in following the law. But yep, I'm gonna be putting her in the woods. So you gotta do what you gotta do, man. Best time, right now there's no leaves on where I live. It's getting a little warm, but it's not bad. So there's thread snakes. Get out there and push it hard for the next month till the leaves come on. I'm gonna do it. Riley Finley says, where do you buy dog boxes? Man, there's a bunch of different places. First, you need to research what brand dog box do you want. I mean, there's 6 or 8 big brands out there. Once you do that, you can generally go on their website and find a dealer list that generally find one close to you. But I'll tell you, a lot of times with even like say the big brand like Diamond Deluxe, they won't let brands be or dealers be within like 100 miles of each other. So you may have to travel a couple hours to go get a box. But at an investment that big, it's worth it. So plan a Saturday, travel wherever it is that's got them, and pick them up. But yeah, if you're looking for a Diamond Deluxe box, go on their website, read about them, you decide you want them. Generally, there's a place on their website that will list their dealers. Owens does the same thing. Seneca does the same thing. They all do. So good luck, Hollerbread, fixing your vehicle. I know how that goes. I got some issues with mine right now. Oh, Gabrielle says she's fixing dinner. What's for dinner? Jamie, I'm hungry. David says he does all his stuff old school with his voice. Mike says it's raining its tail off up there in Missouri. Michael Chase, good to see you, buddy. Go get that homework done. That comes first. Hollerbread says it's beautiful there. They're in eastern Kentucky. Can't go because of the vehicle. It's supposed to rain the rest of the week. Yeah, we got rain coming in here in West North Carolina too. All right, so Kevin Tatter, I hope I said that last name right. Have you ever had problems in the rain with your phone while using the Pathfinder? No, I really haven't really got caught in like downpours, I guess you would say. But I will tell you this. What I did is I actually got on Facebook Marketplace and I found some local dude who had like a phone for $50. It's an LG, so it's not the best phone if I was going to use it for a phone, but it is a smartphone. And I just hooked it up to the Pathfinder and I downloaded all the places I hunt onto the phone. The phone has no service on it at all. So if I got that thing out and something was to happen to it and get soaking wet, it's not my Samsung phone. It's not my $1,000 phone. It's a $50. I call it a burner phone. If you had to, you could throw it away. So, Caitlin says hello from the other room. My beautiful wife, Caitlin, she probably hear me through the wall. She's in there, living room watching TV. Bryce says, Kevin Tater, I put a waterproof case on my phone since I run the Pathfinder. It's called a pump case. It's around $30 and it works awesome. Yep. Yeah, you got those. I know, like, this is an otter case. It's supposed to be waterproof. And actually, a lot of your phones, then, depending on which one you have, the Samsung 8 is supposed to be waterproof to an extent. I would imagine, like rain. I wouldn't drop it in the river. I think that some of the new iPhones the same way, too. David says, I'm about 30 minutes between Macon and Brookfield. How about you? Let's see. Where are you talking to me or talking to somebody else? Oh, you're talking about Mike. He's from Missouri. 30 minutes south of Macon.
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah, but it's funny because there's a delay, like 10 seconds. It's hilarious.
You want to come say hey to folks? She's in her pajamas.
We can't really tell. They look like normal clothes.
Say hey.
Hey.
That's my beautiful wife. you have a good nap?
No.
You got rock candy?
No.
No. I got Hershey's over here.
Oh, okay.
You want Hershey? Okay. 60 people watching. Wow, that's pretty good. Hollowbread says he had a good buddy that a cop shot and killed his dog off the tree back in '08. The cop ended up losing his job and having to pay him $8,000. You can still look it up and read about it. Well, I'm glad that no matter what, that justice was not blind. Him being a cop, they still got justice. That's good. Aaron Mathis, no, I do not have any sweatshirts. We're getting ready to make a t-shirt order, though. So new t-shirts coming. Actually going to have a new logo, I think, too. Jenny says, are you going to Kansas Spring Hunt and Show? No, I've actually never been to Kansas, if that's who you're talking to. Mike says, David, I'm going to be at Laplata tomorrow night. I'm not hunting there. I'm going to come over and I'll get you my number. Let's hit the woods sometime. Rockin' M Hounds. Hello from South Texas. Good to see you. Steve May says, everything in me wanted to just bust him square in his mouth, but I knew that just caused trouble. Yeah, well, that's the problem. When you approach a man that's got a gun, we're back. That's good. Oh, now I got to find the comment where I was at. No. I got to scroll back up. I was on Stevie May comment. Where can I find it? Yeah, Steve was talking about knocking the dude in the mouth when he pulled the gun on the other night. I agree with you. I would too. You know, problem is taking a fist to a gunfight makes it hard. Kyle Zimmerman, I can see your comment, or I see that one. You want to see how I train my dogs right here? I got a secret weapon. This right here is how I train my hounds. If you want to, it's running off. If you want a really good coon hound, you get you one of these and you turn it loose. This right here is Linguini. This is Caitlin's guinea pig. He likes fruit. He's real fat.
Too bad Kirsten's not watching.
Oh, where's Kirsten?
Yeah.
Here, Linguini. Here's your grape. Your grape. Don't let him fall. Mike Humber says, I've hunted with several around here out of bone collector, usually pretty decent hounds and thick raccoon, but I've seen several that were a little rough. Ronnie says, have you tried the portable long-range transmitter antenna for the Pathfinder, and will you be carrying them? I can get some long-range handheld antennas, but I will tell you right now, I've got a long-range, I don't want to say the brand just yet, but you know the big antenna goes on your truck. It's got like the 4 little wires on the bottom. I have one of those, and I am currently field testing it, and we're going to be doing a review video. So, got that coming out for you guys. Mike says he gave $100 for. Sorry guys, it keeps dropping me, but I get right back on. So if we drop again, just hang tight, and I'll be back. Where was I at? Now I just have to go back and find where I was. Milk Can says, seems like certain keywords automatically disable the comments in my experience. Like a 4-letter word we are talking about that YouTube might mistake for racial slur, so it deletes it. I got you. Well, I guess if you guys are going to say coon, might as well spell raccoon. I hate that, but that's the way it goes. YouTube makes the rules. We just got to live by them. Let them run, Nathan says. My country says, you bet, David. Rockingham Helm says, heck yeah, your best dog sleeps with my daughter every night. They're great house dogs. Earl Place from Michigan. How you doing, buddy? What brand of e-collar do you use? I don't have the collar, but I got the transmitter right here. This right here is my training system I use. This is Sport Dog 3225 model. You can put up 6 collars on it. Got 2 miles of range in the best of conditions. You can get a mile easy here in the mountains with this. It's got tone vibrate and 7 different training things right there. If you notice right here, here's your dial, goes up to 7. It's got a T and a V for tone and vibrate. All these little buttons are color coded, so you got orange and blue here. There's like a yellow and a red, And then right there, you got a green and a white. Basically, you get this toggle switch right here. Turn that toggle down, and that would hit blue if you hit that, or it hit yellow, or it would hit white. Now, toggle it up, and it's going to hit the top colors of these buttons. So these are $330. We have them on the website, nightlifekilling.com. If you guys are interested, it comes with one collar. Additional collars are $140, I believe. Oh, Linguini. He's over here.
I wonder if we can make him look at the camera.
Hi guys, it's Linguini from Nightlife Killing. How y'all doing? Oh, Holly Murphy says, "Hey, Mr. Nick, it was nice meeting you, Grand American, in January. You're an inspiration to me when it comes to my dog." Well, it was good meeting you too. I believe I do remember that. Thank you very much. We're just regular coon hunters, not thaw. But we appreciate you very much. Thanks for the answer on Bone Collector. My 9-year-old son watches you also. Well, tell him we said hello. And let you guys know, me and my buddy Brent Reeves, if he's still watching, me and him was talking about doing a thing for the youth here in the near future. I think you guys will be excited for. What you doing?
Texting her.
Oh.
I was going to put her green guineas on.
CJ Witt says, "Hey, question for you. I'm going to be starting a channel and was wondering what's the best setup would be." A lot of people ask me that question. I'm going to be completely honest with you. You don't have to go out there and buy a very expensive camera. I've got one that's not like extremely expensive. It's like $1,000. Real good cameras are going to be several $1,000s. But 9 times out of 10, to get started, and even for the first year, like I did, or better, you can do most everything you need to do with your phone. Your phones these days have such amazing cameras on them. You can, some of them, I don't know if they shoot 4K, but they're definitely all shooting in high definition. Like the Samsung's got 3 different lenses. So honestly, if you're gonna start a YouTube channel, just start with your phone. Don't invest in a bunch of money into a new camera. Just use your phone. Big thing is, you guys will notice on some of my first videos when I posted them up, there was like black bars on each side, and the video was kind of narrow and tall. That's because I was filming everything standing like this. Turn your phone sideways and it fills the whole screen. That's the biggest thing I can tell you to start out with. Also, don't be camera shy. If you're going to be on the camera or you're going to be behind it, talk, be loud. The audio never comes through as good as you think it does. So you kind of almost have to seem like, I feel like I'm yelling in my house right now. So you just got to be loud. You got to be confident in yourself. And the big thing is show some good footage. You need good content. It's not necessarily quantity of how many videos you put up, it's quality. It needs to be good quality videos with some good content or information. You know, people need information. That's one thing that's really driven our channel, is we try to give people good information on training hounds or gear reviews and things like that. So don't worry about getting you a fancy camera. Stick with your phone. Just make sure you hold it to the side and be confident. Get good audio. Make sure there's plenty of lighting when you're out there hunting. You can see what in the video. You can see what you're looking at, and you'll do just fine, bud. Trey Cornelison says, "What are some good tips for starting a dog?" Bullet points on that: up to 6 months old, I wouldn't even take them hunting. When they're a pup, up to 6 months, you need to work on their obedience at home. Kennel matters. Make sure they're not aggressive over food. Make sure they come to you when they're called. Make sure they heel. Whatever training you want them to have as far as handling, you get that down pat. 6 months to a year, start taking them in the woods with other dogs. Don't expect them to do a whole lot. They may take off and go hunting. They may not. But you get them out in the woods, you give them experience to the sounds and the smells of the night. You get them used to walking in the woods, crossing creeks, get them used to water. And then eventually they'll start taking off on their own and following dogs, and they might start hunting. So that's about how we do it. Y'all hear that noise? That's Linguini. Timber Hill says she's making baked chicken mac and cheese and mashed potatoes with butter and sour cream. I see a bunch of carbs, and I love carbs. It sounds like a delicious meal. Carl Whiskey says, "I also want to say thanks for answering my questions. I'm new to starting my own pups and just trying to do it the correct way." Well, I will tell you this one thing. That's a big tip when it comes to starting pups, is you're going to make a ton of mistakes. Everybody does. I still make mistakes. But you learn over time. You make less of them over time. I'm being honest, I have ruined more dogs that I care to remember on my way to learning how to make a dog. And that's just the grim reality of it. So don't be hard on yourself if you make a mistake. We all make them. We all still make them. Learn from them. Get on it. Get past it. You'll do just fine, man. Big thing is patience. Patience and time. I feel like people rush hounds too much when they're pups, and people have little patience. I'm really bad about not having good patience. So I might have to work on it. David Malloy says he's related to me, so where are you going to be? He's talking to Mike. Stevie May says them hounds have been burning up the last couple of weeks. Yeah, you sent me some cool videos. They were doing good in East Kentucky. Caitlin, Timberell says hey.
Hey.
Rockin' M Helm says they're frying oysters and shrimp. Sounds so good. Me and Kate had some seafood this weekend up in Pigeon Forge. We actually live about 2 hours from Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and so we go to Pigeon Forge probably around once a month. We'll go for a day trip. So, Kunan Queen says thank you for all you do, especially encouraging youth. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Carl says I had my male pup bark on a downed log with a hole in it a couple days ago. He stayed with it and encouraged him. Was that the right move? Yeah. I mean, get him trained. There could have been a coon had been laid up in there. May have been smelling something. So, absolutely. Encouraging that. It'll be fine. Good job. And how old is your pup? That sounds pretty impressive. Hollybread's talking about the guy got after the cop had shot, said they had UKC and AKC clubs backing him, paying for the lawyers. That's the big difference right there. Having some good backup. Kyle Zimmerman, here's the question. Where is the best hunting and why? The best hunting? I couldn't tell you. I don't hunt everywhere, so I don't know. I tell you, Western Kentucky is a lot better than Western North Carolina. I can tell you the upstate of South Carolina is better than Western North Carolina. Eastern Kentucky is better than Western North Carolina. A lot of places are better than Western North Carolina. I can tell you that. If you're looking for great, amazing hunting, I would not travel to Western North Carolina. If you live there like I do, and you got to hunt it, you got to do what you got to do. But, yeah, I'll tell you where it's not. Stevie May says, I need a hat. Yeah, you do, but I'm all out of them, man. We'll get you some. Hallbread says he's got to run. Much love. And left your thumbs up. Appreciate it, bud. Y'all be careful. Gabe says, I think he missed my season. Comment about season. Was decent overall. Not best, but better than the worst I've had. Well, that's good. Ours seems to be lingering towards the worst every year. Stevie says he may have had a gun, but I had two. Des and Troy. Put them together to destroy. Jenny Fugate says, well, since you ain't never been, you should come and we'll show you how we do it out west. I love to come to Kansas, and I'll be honest with you, I used to do a ton of deer hunting. And back in the day, watching all deer hunt videos on Outdoor Channel, Kansas was a place to be. So I'd come out to Kansas and try my hand at deer hunting again. Hadn't done in years. Coon hunt at night. That'd be cool. Travis Butler said, what happened to Tough? I ain't seen him in a while. Travis, I give him to a... no, I did not sell him. I gave him away to a local guy. Well, a guy lives a couple of counties north of me. What it was, we just did not have the time to hunt Tough. And Nick, it always seems to go this way. If you got a couple pups at the same time, one of them will start running, doing better than the other one. And that seems to be the one you take more because you enjoy it more. So I found myself taking Nick's more than was Tough. And I did not have the time to hunt Tough like I need to. I don't even have the time to hunt Nick's like she needs to, honestly. So, for the betterment of him and his future, give him the best chance of becoming a coon dog, the responsible thing to do was for me to put him in the hands of somebody who would hunt him. I did not sell him. I don't think I've ever sold a dog. I sold a few pups one time out of the litter, and that was been it. But generally, even if I paid a good amount of money for a dog, I'm kind of picky. If I don't like them, I'll just give them away. But anyway, I gave Tough away to a guy that I knew would hunt him. I run into somebody who hunts with that guy down at Walker Days in Union a couple weekends ago, and they said Tough was doing good. He was running and treeing on his own some. So he's out there, he's hunting. I'd like to get in touch with that guy and get some videos, but I haven't seen anything from him. But he is healthy and he's hunting. Got put in good hands, and that was the best thing we could do for him. So, Curl Life says, "Wow, mine got hit today. Little lady back right into the side of my car. Hello, everyone. Well, I hate that about your car." John Collier says, "Would you buy a used tracking system? You mean from you, or is it advisable to buy used tracking equipment?" For one, if you're talking about me, we do take used tracking stuff in on trade for new systems. So if anybody out there is thinking of upgrading, you guys want to trade your system, and you can contact me, message me, or whatever. We can talk about trades. As far as if you're looking on Facebook to buy somebody's used stuff, yep, you can do it. I know a lot of people who have. I get used stuff in here all the time. It's in great shape. The main thing is you need to be able to lay your hands on it. You need to turn it on, pair it up to the collars, and get at least a few 100-yard distance range. Make sure it is working. So I would not buy from somebody and have them shipped to me. I'd make sure it was somewhere I could go meet the person and put my hands on the equipment and pay cash. Don't send nothing electronically through whatever, Gabe says, YouTube probably deleted the comment because of how I said it. Over 20 raccoons and several bear. That's pretty good, man. Real good for West North Carolina. What are you doing?
Huh?
You chasing linguini around? She puts linguini down in the floor and he takes off. Coonhound Queen says your guinea pig's adorable.
Oh, thanks.
Great pet.
Thanks, so too.
She's underneath my chair trying to chase him down.
He's real good, alright.
Timberhill says she uses her cell phone. You're welcome, CJ. Mike says he should get his wife one of those, Kate.
What?
Guinea
A
pig.
guinea pig? They're
Yeah.
so cool.
I tell you, they really are. I mean, this little thing, I didn't know much about him until she brought him here. But, like she'll walk in the house and say, linguini, and he starts chirping at her, and they got a little relationship. But he won't come to her when she calls him.
No.
James McKinley says, think it would be a good deal for the chat group to say a prayer for the tornado victims in Tennessee. Absolutely. They have definitely been in our thoughts and prayers. It's terrible what happened. I seen some video footage of a guy that was in a construction crane when all that was going on. And I can't believe in such a big metropolitan place such as Nashville, and they had that flood that one year. I mean, there's a lot of natural disasters hit that area, and that's terrible. So, yeah, thoughts and prayers going out to them for sure. Chicken Coop Kennels, that's a cool name, says, just say it takes a certain human to hurt or kill a man's dog. It does. I ain't never put a bullet in a dog. I don't. Even when dogs need to be put down, I had to take them somewhere to the vet. I can't say how people have it in them. I really don't. It's them type of people I don't think I can be friends with. People who shoot one just because it's on their land. Finley River, what's going on, man? Oh, that reminds me. Finley River mentioned something on one of my videos the other day about how he didn't see any ads. I wanted to put this out here for you guys. I made a conscious decision about a month ago. We are no longer monetizing our channel. I'm doing away with it. It don't make a whole lot of money, but we didn't start this channel to make money. That's not what we started for. If you go back and watch some older videos, I'm having to go back and actually select on every video and demonetize them individually. So there's still some of the older stuff. If you watch it, it may pop up an ad, but as I get a chance, like every day I do 5 or 10 videos, I demonetize them. So you're going to start seeing less and less. Eventually you see absolutely none. All my new videos I put up, I make sure they are not monetized at all. If you guys want to support us at all, we ask that, maybe look at our website, mylifekennel.com, if you're going to be buying any new hunting equipment or buy apparel when we have it. But as far as just watching our videos, we're not trying to make a lot of money just off of the videos. We want them to be there for you guys to use and watch freely. And I know whenever I'm watching videos of other people's online, I've got YouTube Premium now. Out here. I got YouTube Premium, so I never see ads. But back when I didn't, it was very aggravating to see an ad. And I just don't want that for my channel. I don't want you guys to have to watch an ad for Mike Bloomberg or some other stupid thing before you can watch some coon hunting videos. So we're about 80% demonetized right now. In the near future, we'll be 100% demonetized. And I don't see us monetizing our channel again. So we're doing that for you guys, ad free. If you want to support us in any way, you can through nightlifekennel.com. So, or just by liking our videos, telling people to subscribe to us, share it on your Facebook. If you want to support us in any way, that would mean the world. Shauna Bathis says, has ticks taken over there yet? I've been shed hunting during the day the past couple of weeks and I've been covering them. Not yet. I've seen like a couple, but not yet. They do get bad though. Jimmer says, yes, have patience with your pup. David Malloy says, gotta go, guys. Had 3 phone calls. All right, be good, buddy.
You can just focus. He says, hey.
Don't bite my nose.
I'm not biting.
Curlife's still here. Rocking him, good seeing you here. Finley River says, no problem. Everybody like, thumbs up. If you will, hit that thumbs up button. We got 58 people watching. I've only got 37 likes. So if you do want to support the channel, hit that thumbs up button, guys. Durmax says, Western Pennsylvania season was terrible. Snow came real early. I've heard that from a lot of places up there. My mom, Diane says, time and places to hunt is a problem. That's for sure.
There he is. He says, hello, Grandma. Look at him. He's in a jumbo tree. He says, hello, Grandma.
John Collar says, well, if you ain't been to South Alabama, then come and we'll show you how we do it down south. Appreciate it, man. We'll do it. Rockin' M says, come down South Texas, year-round hunting, several thousand acres to hunt, and fresh seafood off. I'm on my way. Seafood, that's where you got me. Mom said, show him. I think he did, though. Michael Chase is finally done with that homework and glad. Good to have you back, bud. Rockin' M says, got a tone break at guinea pig.
Nah, I don't think that's going to happen. Look at his face.
George up, guys.
Oh, he's talking. Look how fat he looks. He looks so fat. He's so fat.
Aaron Mathis says, what was your best dog? Hyde. Hyde's my best dog. I've got my best dog I've ever had right now. So, and hopefully I've still got a few years left with him. Kuyan Queen says, Twinkie and Chopper were 2 pigs brought in my life. Great little friends. Hello. Fenrir says, I watched the ad on my way in from you anyway, buddy. Yeah, we don't make that very much money on ads. Everyone can skip mine if they want to. Yep, that's the way to do it, man. Curlife says, hey, do you ever come to Tennessee to hunt and eat? No, I don't, but I've got a really cool thing. I was in Pigeon Forge this weekend. Talked to a guy. He seen me at Smoky Mountain Knife Works. I'm not going to mention his name. I'm not going to mention where we're planning on hunting. But he's supposed to get back to me with a once-in-a-lifetime place to coon hunt in East Tennessee. I mean, once-in-a-lifetime place to hunt. So, hopefully, we'll have a really cool video. I guarantee you, never been shown on YouTube before. Hopefully, if it works out. Brent says, guinea pig's going to give him bad dreams.
You?
No, Brent.
Oh.
You guys tell him about with the Bear Hunting Magazine?
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. He's not scary. He looks like a little squirrel.
Finley O'Reilly says, can a hunt dog jump up in a lifted pickup? It just depends on the agility of the dog. My old Dodge, it's a diesel truck, like 2 inches up, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, I can jump in it, and a lot of other dogs can't. So, but Nick's, my regular Dodge 1500, it's a regular height truck. She can't hardly jump in it. So, it depends on the dog.
She's little.
Yeah. Gabe says he's logging off. Okay, get his 2 in the bed. Good night, buddy. Jenny says, well, I got to hop off, Nick. See you the next one. True one for me. We'll do it. Kimbrell says it's not camera shot. I meant Gwenny.
No.
John Collar says, did you ever hunt red bones? I've never actually bought a red bone. I've had two before that were like I found or just showed up at the house, and I tried to hunt them. They weren't any kind of dog. Ended up giving them away to somebody. But nothing against them. I just always been a walker guy. We're in eastern North Carolina, and the ticks never give up. Billy Smith says, I hunt in Pigeon Forest. I said, you do? Where at? Billy River says, driving the woods. I'll just be listening. Let's see. Carrie says, lost our best dog 2 weeks ago. We have 3 up-and-comers coming on strong. Yeah, that's the worst part about having a dog is more than likely you end up having to let them go at some time. Felix says, hello, Miss Nightlife.
Hello.
Well, guys, we've been on here an hour and 6 minutes. I will tell you guys, we're going to try, now that we have fast internet at the house, we're going to try and make this a more frequent thing. Not sure if we'll ever get back to the every week deal, but at least 2 or 3 times a month for sure we're going to try to do this. So if you guys have any more questions or anything you want to talk about, go ahead and post them up right now. I'll give you a minute or two to do that. I'm trying to think, is there anything new we need to talk about? Do you want to talk about that?
Should we? It's only like 3 weeks away now. But I don't think we should show that.
You don't want to show it?
Uh-uh.
All right, well, we will go ahead and, for the people who have hung on to the very end here, me and Miss Kate, we have a brand new addition to the kennel coming very soon, don't we?
Yeah.
Kate's got big news. Big news. Yeah. So, it's coming very soon. Oh, next 2 or 3 weeks, we'll announce Kate's big news. Justin said, I bought a red bone pup in Union, South Carolina. She's 11 weeks old. When should I get her in the woods? I'd wait till about 6 months old, buddy. That's just me personally, though. What's your opinion on the Garmin tracking system? They're good. I mean, they've been around forever. They wouldn't still be in business if they wasn't good. I personally, if I'm going to have one, it's going to be the Alpha. And of all the 3 they got, I guess. But Coon and Queen says, thank you both for your time. You're more welcome. Thank y'all for joining on here. Diane Mom says, me. Fanny Rivers says, you going to be a daddy? All right, guys. Well, we're going to get off here. So, like I said, no more ads, or pretty soon we'll have no more ads completely on YouTube channel. If you want to support us, remember nightlifekilling.com. We got tracking systems. We got Coon lights of all different brands, Dan's gear, Dr. Garmin, Sport Dog, Bright Eyes, Big Dog, K-Light. If you need anything new for coon hunting, please do us a favor. Go on our website. Like I said, nightlifekilling.com to support us. Like any and all of our videos. Comment anytime you get a chance. I'll try my best to respond back to you guys. One last one. John Collier says, my red bone is really good. Some people told me that walker dogs overhunt. Is that true? All dogs can overhunt, buddy. But I will tell you, I'm a walker man, and I do find that all the walkers have been bred to be a little too high speed, if you ask me. So it is true. Can be true. So, all right, guys, we're going to get off here. We love you. Right? Yep. We appreciate you. True one for me.